Hello subscribers, this is yours truly JBlue68 coming to you with another video, this one being my comic book pick of the week. And this is Spider-Woman #1, written by Carla Pacheco and Perry Perez. But before we get into this book, I have to say this book is intended for adults only. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, for hanging in there with me. I hope that you all are doing well health-wise, mentally, physically, and remaining well, you and your families. The last video I did, I indicated that will be my final comic book haul until further notice, but not my final video. I have other videos, that I can do on prior comic books that I've never shown before, as well as videos on any upcoming collectibles that I find whenever I'm out. I am not homebound because I actually work a job that is essential to the community, so I'm not homebound yet. All right, just want to let you all know that, and I am staying safe and secure. All right, so this video is based on Spider-Woman, one of my favorite characters, Jessica Drew, who's been an agent of Hydra as well as an agent of SWORD. She has a new costume, but unfortunately I was not able to get the variant edition of that costume. I do have a variant print of this book, and I showed that in the comic book haul that I did a week before this. But let's get into this book and why it is my pick of the week. Well, I love the artwork of the book. The cover art is definitely very well done. It's by Jun Yoon, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. It sounds like it's either Japanese or maybe Chinese. And for any of you holding any type of feelings toward those particular cultures, when I say that due to recent events, please hold your prejudices to yourself. Okay, this is just about comic books. All right. The page art, though, I will say I'm very disappointed in. It looks like this book was kind of rushed when they did the page art to the story. But what I like about the story is it has a very I don't know, it's kind of a dry, witty sense of humor. Oh, that's a lot of glare in there. A lot of dry, witty sense of humor, as Jessica Drew is known to be. Very funny story, and we're dealing with in this part of her life where she's broke and she's looking for little odd jobs to make money for both her and her family, and what she has to do to get the money or to make money for herself, and as like I said, for her family. She's working for some rich, what she calls him, a rich prick. In this particular story, she doesn't really want to do the job. Again, she has to. She doesn't really have any choice. And some little gang that she comes up against, who has a hit out on the young lady who she is currently entertaining at some little party on a yacht. This book was very violent, very verbose. And the language that was used in the book was actually, a lot of adult connotations that were covered up by symbolisms whenever she used any type of vulgar language. So again, it's a lot of vulgarity in here, but Marvel does its best, or the writer does her best to cover up the vulgar language. But yeah, I'm surprised that this book did not have a parental guidance suggested on the cover, and it does not, and it really should. It's definitely not for kids to read. But here's some of the artwork from the pages. Like I said, to me, not the best artwork. It's decent, and as you can see, like I said, it's very violent. It's a violent book, but the violence is well placed. It's well paced as well. It's a well paced story, and I can't wait to get to #2. Hopefully, Miss Pacheco, the writer, can keep up the momentum of this book and keep up the excitement for this storyline. Many Jessica Drew Spider-Woman books have come out, and usually they're short runs because they're not usually very popular with comic book fans, unfortunately. But again, she's definitely one of my favorite characters. So I just wanted to show you this really quick. again, to do my comic book pick of the week. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. My comic book pick of the week, Spider-Woman #1. I would say you can pick it up at local comic book stores, but I don't know. You know, contact your local comic book stores to see if they're doing curbside pickup or if they can mail it to you. Some of them are actually providing those services for those who are homebound and can't get out. Definitely you want to look into doing those things to keep our comic book stores alive and flowing, and to keep the comic book blood flowing. So that's it. That's all. I just wanted, again, to do this video really quick. I hope that you all are doing well. As I stated earlier, please continue to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I know that you all have other things to do in your life that are far more important, but I need your support, and I'm glad to have you here. Peace, love, and hair grease.